Alright guys, so now let's try to understand how SQL Workbench works. So to understand MySQL Workbench, what we have to do in Windows search prompt, we have to write MySQL, and as soon as you are going to write MySQL, you will see these are the different options which are going to pop up. So in the last tutorial we have seen like how MySQL command line can be used to run various SQL commands, right? So now in this one we are going to understand like how MySQL Workbench is used. So just we have to select MySQL Workbench and click it. Okay, so now once you click it, it is going to open up MySQL Workbench, and now after opening up SQL Workbench, you have to establish the connection with the SQL server that you have installed in your machine. To establish the SQL connection, what you have to do is you have to go to MySQL connections from this particular area and click plus sign. As soon as you click plus sign, you will see this prompt is going to come up, and from this prompt you can link your local MySQL server. Okay, so I'm just naming it as a local one because local is something I have already created one, so I'm just naming it as local one. And then here I have to mention the host name and port at which your database is hosted. So right now we are just working or connecting with our local machine, so that's why we are using the default configuration as 127.0.1 and 3306. If you can recall that, then while installation, at the time of MySQL installation, you would have seen these details already entered at the time of installation. So we are just using that which we have provided at that time. Okay, now if you are going to connect it with some external machine or external server which is hosted in some other machine, then probably you have to enter the email, the network IDs of or IPs of that machine where you have to connect along with the port number. Right, now this is the username by which you want to connect to the server. Now in our current server we just have created one user which is root server, root user, but it is possible that while making connection you may have multiple users with you with some cut down authorities. So if you want to connect it by some different user, then you have to provide that username. Right now on our server we just have root, so I'm mentioning root, and then here it is going to prompt about the password which is going to be used for root. So while installation of SQL, we have given a root password as root, so I'm entering that, pressing OK, and then in this area it is asking for default schema. So what is schema? We understood that schema is an area where all the tables or the entities that we are going to create by MySQL, they remain stored. So it's a kind of folder type of structure. Now we are going to create multiple schemas. What it is asking, that whenever the local instance is going to be launched or whenever this particular link is going to be made, what schema will be treated as a default one, because while creating the connection or to the given server, we will be having multiple such schemas available. So which one has to be treated as a default so that any object within that schema can be referred. Now right now I'm leaving it as a blank. That means I don't want to have any schema as a default one. It is something I'm going to select while I'm going to run queries from Workbench. Okay, so I'm leaving it default as a blank, but if you want to make something as a default one, you can make it. Okay, then after entering that, you can click test connection. If you are clicking test connection, so you can see a successful MySQL connection was made with the parameters defined in the connection. It indicates that whatever you have entered is correct and system is able to connect to MySQL. Click OK, and then here click OK. You will see these kind of errors, but you can ignore it, right? So once that is done, okay, once that is done, you just need to refresh it by just clicking database and then connect to database if you are using it. If you are going to select it, you can see local one is prompted. So local one is something that we have created. Okay, click OK, and you can see you are directly in local one. Okay, so you are in the server or the connection that you have made. All right, now we will see in this particular connection how to work with this connection, how to create different schema, how to create different tables using Workbench in the next discussion. Thank you.